Stay.
Oh, God.
Stay.
How long have you been like this?
All night.
Oh, come here. Where are we going? Chair or bed? Hey?
Yes. Oh, thank you, Geoffrey, but I can manage. Why don't you go into town and make some inquiries?
Oh, what good will it do? The damage has been done. And anyway, who do I sue? Audrey Roberts or the newspaper?
Both. Her for the remark, the Gazette for unfair reporting.
So... It's a grubby business, Auntie Em.
Not thinking of pulling out, are you?
I don't know.
I should hope not. Otherwise, I very much misjudged you.
Good day, sir. Hello. Do you want some coffee to drink? One coffee, one coffee. Sugar? No. Okay, good.
Cocktail bar, where were these?
His flaming dreams.
The Imperial. I was there 6 months.
I actually found out about it, man.
Look, what is up with you? Grumbling all the time. Look, Les wants serving.
Yeah, I've been waiting 5 minutes, I
Yeah, I'll
have.
tell you something by now, he'd rather serve your missus, him.
Or anyone else who's come to that.
And there were Lisa Stansfield, Joe Longthorne, Kiki D. They all signed the photographs. To Sandy, Fan Dabidozi, from Ian and Jeanette Cranky. I'll bring it in and show you.
Can you do all that, you know, with shaker?
75 cocktails at these fingertips.
Honest?
Well, correction. 76. I've just invented a new one.
Have you? Just like that? Hey, did you hear that, Jack?
Yes, is there no end to his talent?
Dedicated specially to your good self.
Honest? Go on then.
Well, watch carefully. Here we go then. Tomato juice. Ice. Gin. And seeing as you've got no Tabasco, salt and pepper?
Yeah.
Salt and pepper. Give it a shake.
Hey, no wonder it's trim.
Done it make you want to spew.
Voila.
Oh.
Your very own cocktail.
And what have you called her?
For mine hostess, a Bloody Vera.
Bloody Vera.
Try it.
It's lovely. Oh, have a sip of this, Jack.
No, thanks. I've had enough of that to last me a lifetime.
Lovely.
Anybody in?
Oh, it's you, Gary.
Yeah, it's only me. Glutton for punishment, eh?
I suppose you think I owe you an apology, is that the crack?
You don't owe me nothing, Jim. Me and Steve were just doing what we think's best. Steve, because he cares about you. Well, I think he does. And me, well, because I'm a mate. So, do you want this job finishing or what?
I told you about the job, Gary, all right?
I'll take that as a no. Second question. How are you fixed for a pint?
You trying to be funny?
No, why?
Doesn't matter. Except, I'm not going to be going to the Rovers again, or any other boozer for that matter.
That right? Is that because of the medication? Right then, I'll take you for a spin round the park.
Oh, dead on. That'll be great crack, won't it? Eh?
Well, come on, Jim. You can't sit in here all day feeling sorry for yourself. I know it sounds brutal, but you've got to face up to it.
I am facing up to it, Gary. I'm facing up to it very quickly indeed, as a matter of fact. I can't drink, I can't walk. I'm a burden to all of yous. I make your lives a misery, so I do. Oh, don't worry, I'm facing up to it. So I'll tell you what. Why don't you go down the boozer and get yourself a jar, eh? Don't hurry back.
I thought it were you.
What are you doing here?
Let me give you a hand with that.
Oh.
Here she is, Dunchy Luca, read Bobby Dazzler.
Yeah.
Have you had a tiring morning?
Oh, Fred, you know the heat of those lights. And he must have taken at least 10 rolls of film.
Gin and tonic for lady, plenty of ice.
Yes.
Won't be a minute. Our Jack's just come to get some tonics. I'll do that with about 10 minutes then. Jack, have you fell asleep down there? Oh, are you all right?
Me flaming back, Vera.
Oh, come here. Oh. Look, sit yourself down there.
Oh.
Sandy, will you bring some tonics up, love? Oh, and another crate of lager. Now, listen, I'll get you an aspirin.
Don't fuss, woman.
Look, do as you're told. Stop there. Honestly, I've seen Tam. He'd have been up and down them cellar steps like there were no tomorrow. Look at him now, poor old decrepit thing.
Good job he's not an horse.
Oh, thanks, Sandy, love. Just put them down there.
I say it's a good job you're not an horse.
Yes, I heard you.
Emily, now let me buy you a drink.
No, thank you.
Oh, for heaven's sake, talk about making a mountain out of a molehill. Well, that's the nearest you're going to get to an apology, so you'll just have to lump it.
A bit of lemon, please.
I've just been telling Fred, my campaign manager, about my photographic session this morning for my poster.
Really?
I suppose you've got yours in hand, have you? Recycled. Pictures of your scruffy nephew on bits of old cardboard. Can't wait to see it, can you, Fred?
Another pint, please. Hey, you. That was libel, what you said about Art Sawyer.
Oh, look, I keep telling everybody my remarks were misinterpreted.
Yeah, well, you must have said something. You're always shouting your gob off, you.
Oh, police. If anybody's guilty of that, it's you. You and the rest of your family.
Did you hear that? Who's she going to be slagging off next, eh? Well, you're not getting my vote. I say, I'll not be voting for her.
Oh, thank God. I don't particularly want his vote, especially if it means I have to ingratiate myself to the ghastly man.
I was wondering if I could decorate the flat before I move all my stuff in.
Of course you can.
Great, so when can I collect the keys?
Soon as you want. Have you got the money for the deposit?
Not yet. You mean the rent?
No, the deposit. That's £250 for damage and breakages, plus a month's rent. That makes £510. Have you not got it?
Not yet, but I will do.
Well, as soon as you do, you can have the key, not before.
I've always wanted to visit Amsterdam. Ever since I heard about tulipomania.
Oh, really? I don't think I know about that.
Oh, yeah. It was a form of madness in the 17th century, arising from an excessive fondness for tulips.
Fancy.
Right here in Amsterdam, they were traded on the stock exchange. Folks sold the houses for knocked-down prices, just so as they could buy a single bulb. course, one day someone realised it was all a lot of nonsense.
And the bottom fell out of it.
Thousands left homeless, with nothing to their names save a few worthless tulip bulbs.
There's a lesson to be learnt there.
But from then on, all contracts had to include the wording, the value of tulips can go down as well as up. By then it was too late. Hayley, who was that man? There was a man here. Who is he?
Stephen, don't let anyone in.
Jim's son, Steve?
Yeah.
Michael Wall. I'm your dad's occupational therapist.
Oh, yeah, come in.
Well, I'm sorry I'm a bit late. Did he not say I was coming?
Oh, nothing surprises me anymore. He's on the commode at the moment.
Oh, right. So how is he then? You know, in himself, like?
Well, he's never been one to cooperate at the best of times.
This won't have helped then, will it? You're a builder, aren't you? Yeah, you started making any alterations to the house yet? Because I've got a list of guidelines and recommendations there. That might come in handy.
Well, thanks. We've widened a couple of door frames.
Oh, good. So it's all in hand then, is it?
Well, it was. He's brought things to a standstill. You see, the more I try and help him, the more he's convinced that he won't get better. Just, Do you want any help?
No, I don't. Who's out there?
It's your occupational therapist, Mr. Wall.
Stephen, I told you not to let anyone in.
It's all right, Steve. Leave him to me. I think I got the picture.
Look, do you hear? I don't want to see anyone.
Good luck.
So, you called by yesterday?
Well, I just happened to be in the vicinity, en route to the bus station. By a stroke of luck, I'd got your letter in my pocket with the address on.
It's a small world. So, you met Johan then? What did you make of him?
Well, it was only a brief encounter.
I don't know how to put up with him, really, I don't. That pipe, it's like a bonfire. I'm training him to only do it on deck.
How long have you been together?
On this houseboat, about a month. I answered an advert. I was desperate, you know.
You met him through an advert?
Well, I couldn't afford a place of my own, and the arrangement seemed to suit him as well. He tends to lead his own life.
Oh, so you're not...
He's, not interested in women, if you get me meaning. So, you're on your holidays. How long for?
Oh, just till another couple of days or so.
You sure you couldn't manage a cake?
No.
How's your hotel? Comfy?
Very adequate.
That's good. Well, there's lots to do in Amsterdam.
Oh, my feet haven't touched the ground trying to cram everything in.
Well, actually, there's a tulip museum on the way to Leiden in a place called Lissy. But let's get in there.
Yes, I know.
Have you been for a walk along by the canal?
Well, no.
Because if you like, we could go for a stroll.
Well, if you're sure you're not otherwise engaged.
Oh, no, I'm not.
So why doesn't someone just tell me the truth?
About what?
About being stuck in this thing for the rest of my life?
Because there's always a chance you'll get the use of your legs back. But that is up to you.
What the hell do you mean it's up to me?
It's a mental thing. It's about the determination to fight it.
I see. So if my legs don't work ever again and I never walk, then that's my fault. Well, that's dead good, isn't it, eh? I mean, that'll suit everybody. All the rest of you can just wash your hands of the responsibility, eh?
Jim, the extent of your recovery depends on how you cooperate.
And what the hell am I meant to do? Stuck in this contraption?
Well, you know what you can do, because the physio's told you. You got to work on these. You got to build up your shoulders and your back. Now, those muscles are what you're going to rely on for your mobility. So do your exercises. Get into some sort of sport.
Sport? Look, I'm not interested in these muscles. These muscles work. These muscles, however, do not. And they never will. I mean, that's what we're trying to say here, isn't it?
I do understand your bitterness.
No, you don't understand.
Well,
How do you
just hear
understand?
me out, Jim. Now, what's happened to you, there's no sense behind it. There's no fairness here. There's no reason why it's you rather than X-Man. But it has happened. Now, my job is to help you get back some independence and some self-respect. But first, you're going to have to accept what's happened to you. You're going to have to come to terms with the severity of your injuries.
Mm-hmm. So let me get this straight. What we're saying here, Michael, is that I'll never walk again, and there's no point thinking otherwise. Am I right?
How was it at the charity shop? Busy?
No, I'm afraid not. In fact, the biggest purchase was one I made myself.
Oh.
It's something for you, actually.
Oh.
A suit. Try it on. I think it should fit.
I never wear suits, Auntie Em.
I dare say, but I really think you could do with a more varied wardrobe, speaking as your campaign manager.
Well, I'm not promising anything, mind.
Well, I know you don't want to appear too conventional, but I'm afraid some of the voters are very prejudiced when it comes to appearance. I see no reason why Audrey Roberts should get all their votes. And I've been to the printers and inquired about the posters. We'll have to get a move on. Otherwise, the other candidates will steal a march on us.
What do you think?
Oh, yes, most definitely. I like it.
How much do I owe you?
Oh, nothing. It was only a few pounds.
Even so.
Oh, and there's a couple of small tears I need to see to.
Look, you can't do all this. Not out of your own pocket. And what about the posters? Who's going to pay for them? You, I suppose.
Geoffrey, as far as I'm concerned, it'll be money well spent.
Well, actually, no, it won't. That's what I should have told you.
What should you have told me?
If I do get elected, there's no way in the world I'm going to take my seat on the council.
Hey, what's she up to now? Where's she gone?
Hold your water. She's gone home to watch Wimbledon. But if Fiona asks, she's at a campaign meeting.
It didn't take her long to get the hang of politics, did it?
Oh, blimey, doesn't he ever stop? He'll have the varnish off. Makes me feel as though I'm ready for the knackers yard.
That new barman, he's not got a big girl's blouse.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't let him hear you say that, Les.
I'll prove it to you if you like.
All right, how are you going to do that?
Watch me show him up. Hey, Sandy! Want a chance to win a fiver?
Depends.
Arm wrestling, best of 3.
I don't know. Yeah, all right then.
Well, let's see your money.
Well.
And there's a fiver, Jack.
You are?
You'll get it back.
Well, how do you know you're going to win?
I used to keep myself in bay doing this on the fairgrounds. It's not strength, it's technique.
All
Watch.
right.
Right. You ready?
Yep.
Other arm. Are you watching? Here we go.
Best of 3. Cheers.
I'm not drinking in here again. I don't like his attitude.
I thought you was going to get me fiver back.
20 years ago, I would. I was champion of the fairgrounds then.
Well, you're flaming wash out now, aren't you?
At least I didn't put money on it.
I have thought about it, Auntie Em. And I don't want to compromise myself.
Who says you would?
Well, I've seen it before, how it can go to your head.
For heaven's sake, you're an independent Green, a lone voice in the council chamber. You won't have any power, so how can you be corrupted by it?
Well, so what's the point?
To make your lone voice heard. To try and influence those who do have the power.
Oh, it doesn't work out like that. I'll be seen to have crossed over to the other side.
By whom?
The voters who supported me.
You're under an obligation to them, Geoffrey. If they've elected you, it's your duty to represent their interests. That's what democracy's all about. And you do believe in democracy, don't you?
Sort of.
Sort of?
Well, actually, Auntie Em, I think I'm more of an anarchist.
You all right, Jim? You haven't seen our Les, have you?
No! I'll tell you what. I'll race you down the end of the street. Come on.
You what?
You heard me! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Is this dead, Maud?
Who'll she pick on next, I wonder?
Come again?
That's how the last war was started. Hitler picking on folk who didn't fit in with his way of seeing things.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
Audrey Roberts, picking on that nephew of Mrs. Bishop's. It'll be me and Jim MacDonald next, I wouldn't wonder. Then tubby focus wear specs, so you watch out.
It's all getting out of hand. I told you it would. She's being branded as a flaming Nazi.
Who by? I'll not stand for that. I say I'll not stand for that.
Oh, Maud.
Maud?
Listen, we've got to put a stop to it right now. Ah, here she is. Hello, Audrey. What can I get you?
Oh, champagne and strawberries, Alec. Woo! I'm just in the mood.
Well, I'm afraid we can't run to that. Listen, can we have a tete-a-tete? Just us trois.
Oh, yes, of course. Where? Oh, right.
Hiya.
Hi.
Have you seen Jim MacDonald? He's behaving dead weird.
What's he doing?
He's pelting up and down roads, shouting at folk.
Oh, he's just trying to attract attention to himself.
And if I were you, I would inform him of the fact before he goes to a solicitor.
Tell him to his face. I mean, that's like admitting I'm wrong.
Well...
I shall pop a note through Emily's door and leave it at that.
Saying what?
Well, saying that the paper misquoted me.
Yes, and that you didn't intend to cast a slur on his character.
You could get blood out of a stone, you, Alec. What are you trying to do? Humiliate me?
Just trying to salvage your political career.
Get us a bit of paper. Hey, excuse me, have you got
Hey, here. Look, this'll do for a rough draft. Now then, the Gazette first. Dear editor.
Yes, all right.
Best to ignore him. He'll settle himself down in a week or two.
Do you reckon? Do you want another drink?
Oh, I'll have a small pot. Would you put it there and I'll be back in a minute?
Right, I'm off.
Oh, is that it? Are you not stopping for another?
Nope, some of us have got to work. Anyway, I'm driving. Oops, sorry. After you.
After you. Age before beauty.
Watch where you're going, you stupid Burke. You could have got under the wheels.
Is that right?
You pulled right out in front of me.
Well, I'll tell you what, Michael. Next time, do me a favour, eh? Don't jump on the brakes.